Brown explodes across the 40, stays on his feet, cuts it back. Marion Brown, another kickoff return for a touchdown.
Look out! There goes two! No flags! Touchdown!
Howard in trouble! Incomplete!
And the Michigan Wolverines will shock the college football world.
Time coming off. Howard's going to run for it. Time runs out. And that'll do it. Oh, my goodness. Welcome to the Big Ten, Oregon. They storm the field at Upton.
He handed it off to Love, who stays on his feet.
Love is in the end zone. Notre Dame has won the Orange Bowl.
And Marcus Freeman is taking them to the championship game.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Big Zero Podcast, where I'm your host, Connor. Paper bag time, or should be paper bag man, Doherty. To my left is Ryan. All you need is love, love, love is all you need. Fravel. And of course, we got Mr. What is that? What does it say? Thrizzleton?
Sir Thrizzleton.
Sir Thrizzleton. Excuse
Three
me.
times.
Sir Thrizzleton.
Right.
Whose Michigan Wolverines officially own Patrick Mahomes 2.0. So Lucas and Josh are not here. They might be joining us, but how you guys been doing?
Doing well.
Swell.
I'm surprised, Ryan, that you survived your trip to Arkansas. Not many people willingly go to Arkansas and come back unscathed.
Well, half the stadium emptied out by halftime. Actually, probably 75% of the stadium was gone.
I'm not even talking about the stadium. I'm just talking about going to the state of Arkansas.
Oh, it's a beautiful state, by the way. Beautiful state. Incline sucks. Their stadium is got to be 500 miles below sea level. It's bro, you just go straight downhill.
Going to their stadium is like what our parents used to say when they used to go to school uphill both ways.
Right.
Going to that stadium is exactly that.
Yeah, no, but I will say
that's got to be so depressing having to walk up that hill after a devastating loss like that.
Dude, I had buddies of mine that were at the game, and they were filming people leaving as they were from the top of the stadium, and droves of people. And of course, you had Notre Dame fans at halftime just chanting SEC the entire time.
Yeah.
Hey, it just means more, right?
Yeah.
Over in the SEC.
I think we talked about it. I think that's a good spot to actually start. We'll start with that. Sam Pittman fired after 6 seasons in charge as head coach of Arkansas. Bobby P rides again. He's the motorcycle. If you listen closely, that sound that you hear is 1,000 motorcycles starting up, ready to ride for Arkansas. I hope. How long before we start seeing fans dressed up with the neck brace as in the fans?
Wow.
I think right now it's more of paper bags over their face, with how brutal their schedule is going to be over the next 6-7 weeks. I mean, it's absolutely brutal. It doesn't let up. You think playing Notre Dame's hard? They got to play LSU, A&M, everybody. It's bad. But no, I'll say this. Sam Pittman, everything I've heard, he was a great dude, just a genuine human being. And you go from firing him to bringing back arguably the guy that tore down and ruined the complete state of Arkansas football.
After he pissed off and ruined Atlanta Falcon fans.
And after he ruined Louisville before that. I just watched the video. It's a good video by
and then Bobby Petrino was the OC, I think, for back in Louisville when Lamar was there.
No, he was the head coach at Louisville when
he was the head coach. I forgot about that.
I've never seen a dude that's just a terrible human being continue to get head coaching jobs. I do think it was pretty slimy. I think it's pretty slimy what happened with Pittman, because I think Bobby took the OC job fully planning.
Kind of knowing he was being prepped to take over.
And then you hear the stuff immediately as they're getting fired, and the athletic director's like, and Bobby Petrino expressed great interest in being our head coach again. Well, no fucking shit. I could have told the sky is blue. Water is wet.
Surprise.
Water is wet.
Water is wet.
I do think that he wins a lot, right? Like he wins a lot.
I'm talking about the game right now, dude.
He went. He
Drew Aller's a duck.
Anyway, he wins a lot, which is why he continues to get head coaching jobs. I am so surprised that we are sitting here in 2025 and Bobby Petrino is back under the headset at Arkansas. And again, I really hope he doesn't get the head coaching job just because he is a scummy human being.
Yeah. Lucas, I was saying, how long do you think it'll take before we see Arkansas fans dressed up with the neck brace and like hat look from his first tenure with Arkansas? 2 weeks?
Listen,
5 days?
It's going to happen honestly, I think it's going to be the opposing teams that are going to show up.
That's fair.
With the neck brace.
I think that's fair. Okay. I mean, so now we've had four major Power 4 schools fire their head coaches. We're now starting to really get into the idea and the wondering of the coaching carousel. Obviously, we won't really be able to talk more about that until really the season's over and we kind of know what coaches are available. But
I do want to pose this question because I found it interesting in the athletic director's speech where he openly admitted that they did not give Sam Pittman the necessary tools or financial support to compete at the Power 4 level, which is just insane to me to admit from an AD. If you guys are a head coach, like if you're John Summerall at Tulane, you're one of those great G5 coaches, or you're a good head coach at some smaller G4 program. Is the Arkansas job, after hearing that, is that even like if they call you, you say yes? Is that even where that's at now? Or do you just kind of say, I got a good thing going at Tulane. Why would I go somewhere where they didn't give their previous head coach any support? And it doesn't seem like they're going to do that for me.
No, here, I'll speak on this.
Yeah, no,
so I think it's actually the opposite. I think you get to a situation where it's almost like how do I put this? It's like your second kid, right? The second kid is spoiled. You know, that's always how it is. That's how it usually goes.
Or the youngest is.
The youngest is spoiled. The second kid is spoiled. It's like you know the mistakes that you made with the first one, and now you're going to try to right those mistakes and do better for the second one. I think it's a lot like that. I think Oklahoma State got hit with the same thing where, it wasn't the AD, but it was Gundy who spoke out about how much they're not getting and how much they probably could be getting, but they weren't for their program. And that next coach is going to come in, and I guarantee that program is going to be like, okay, we don't want another situation like that. We're going to start tossing money. I really think with this whole situation with all these coaches getting fired, maybe it's a recency bias. I don't know. Maybe this has happened every year, but I really think that some of these bigger schools, especially these Big Ten schools, are kind of ruining it for some of these other schools where they're throwing dollars and millions and millions at their programs. And of course their coaches aren't going to get fired because they have all these, I do think Sharon Moore's a good coach. I think Ryan Day's a good coach. Obviously, Dan Lang's a good coach. Like, there's a lot of good coaches, but how hard is it to be a good coach when you're tossing billions of dollars at this program.
Yeah,
You know,
I
so
mean,
like,
and the crazy thing is, like, I showed last week that thing that VT is trying to do, where they're going to try and increase the amount of increase the athletic department's budget by nearly $50 million a year. But then now it's come out that like they're going to be asking for over like $100 million in donations every year to try and help fund that. So it's like there's not the actual money within the school or within the to be able to do that. You know what I mean?
So another question that kind of comes up is, and we'll move on to our next topic after this. Out of the jobs that are open right now, that's what Arkansas, Virginia Tech, Oklahoma State, UCLA.
Everyone's been saying Stanford. I've been seeing Stanford's likely as well.
Which one of those 5 teams is the most appealing job right now?
Well, we kind of talked about this last week. You weren't here, Ryan. Everyone agreed it's Oklahoma State, but I think I said that the program that needs to do it, that needs to have the quickest turnaround immediately, is Virginia Tech, because of the kind of instability and the question marks around the ACC.
they're gonna start putting taxes on Thanksgiving turkeys for VT football.
So you guys think that's the most appealing job right now is Oklahoma State?
That's what I think. I think we agreed on that.
Yeah, I think so. Just because of their history.
Well, so you're muted.
Yeah, I was saying I think that's the one that's like most ready to go.
Okay. I think it's more Arkansas / Virginia Tech. Arkansas only because it's in the SEC, and they do have a very passionate fan base that I know would fully support whatever coach they get. And then Virginia Tech, just because, again, they have the atmosphere, they have the fan support. They need – and also it's the ACC. Like, it would be easy to turn that program around in the ACC. We saw teams like Georgia Tech turn it around really quickly. Virginia this year turned it around very quickly. I think that it would be something that, like, if I want to go somewhere where I could turn a program around the quickest and I'm going to have the support, Virginia Tech. Because for Oklahoma State, it's one thing where I feel like they dug themselves such a hole with the whole not supporting Gundy situation. And Gundy was so behind the times of not fully accepting NIL and the portal that I think that they need a little bit longer. I just think the ability to compete in the ACC is a lot easier than it is the Big 12. And then, of course, the SEC it's the SEC. You're coaching in the SEC. That's the only reason I have Arkansas.
I'm gonna push back on that a little bit. I think the Big 12 is just as open as the ACC. Actually, I think the ACC is less open than the Big 12 is. Last year we saw a team come out of nowhere and win the Big 12. Clemson has really been, I guess I'm mentioning Clemson, but the ACC has really been kind of only a couple schools that have been really, really good, and they're kind of dominant. I mean, Miami has been to the ACC championship a handful of times in the last 10 years. In the last 10 years.
They've only been once their entire history.
They've never even won an ACC championship.
Well, I think they're a lot different now than they used to be, but still, that my point stands. I think the Big 12 is a lot more open than the ACC is right now, and anybody could win that conference. I guess anybody could win the ACC too, but it's still.
But I don't feel like anybody could win the ACC. It's really been Clemson or Florida State for like 20 years.
That's true.
In the ACC, right? Now, granted, Virginia Tech won some in there too. I think
teams that have won the conference more than once since the current version.
Mm-hmm.
Other than the addition of Syracuse and Louisville together in like 2013 or whatever, VT, Clemson, Florida State.
Right.
I think those are the only ones that have won more than one or two. But there was a period where it was like Florida State, then VT, and Georgia Tech actually had it.
Yeah.
Then it was Florida State. Now it's been Clemson since then.
I kind of agree with Lucas here. Like, I do think the Big 12 is definitely year to year, randomly pick a team that could possibly win it, right? Heck, last year last year? If the ball rolls a couple different ways, Colorado is right there. So I think that conference definitely is a little more wide open. I think the ACC is top heavy, and then you got the rest of the wash down here. Now, granted, Virginia Tech could very well get to that level, right? Like they could be. I'm not saying they could be Clemson or Florida State, but they could be up there challenging for the ACC, right? With the right picks. Here's what I think they should do. I know there's been a lot of talk about Michael Vick. I don't think that's the right way to go. No. I think they should push all the poker chips in on Beamer and try to steal him from South Carolina. That's the way. That's the move to make, in my opinion.
You don't think bringing in Vic would?
No, because Vic's too inexperienced for something like this.
And I mean, he certainly, in terms of the money that they're trying to raise, he would definitely.
He would, and also
right.
Their recruiting impact alone.
Yeah, but
you saw what that did for Colorado.
That's not enough. That's not enough.
The recruiting's not going to matter if he can't coach well, and he has
By the way, Beamer can recruit.
What's Norfolk State's record?
Like 1-3.
I just think that
exactly. So
you saw what.
Okay, so Norfolk State, he's 1-4. This is his first year as a head coach. Vic, going for Vic and Beamer are the sexy picks. I think VT needs to go away and not pull a Bama of the 80 of post Bear Bryant, where they were hiring a bunch of Bear Bryant former players and coaches, trying to continue that dynasty, and it blew up in their faces every time until they had a little bit of success in the 90s, and then sucked in the early to mid 2000s.
What level coach do you think you can get there though? Like, okay, I just want to. This is why I think. Okay,
I think unfortunately, the problem is they'll either have to go. I think you either go OC from try and get maybe an OC from another from somewhere else. I've been seeing Ryan Hartline for
I'd love to see Ryan Hartline go to Virginia Tech.
Ryan Hartline,
Hartline.
Yeah. So this is gonna sound bad.
Get out of here.
Names and stuff, but
this is gonna sound bad, Connor. But no offense, I think Ryan Hartline taking the head coaching job at VT would be a step down from his.
Yeah, you're probably right. But here's the thing though, is this is a really, really good year to want a coach because there are a ton of coordinators. I mean, you got a guy like Will Stein at Oregon who's probably going to take a coaching job somewhere in Texas. If I had to guess, he's probably going to go back to Texas or UCLA. You got obviously our defensive coordinator Tosh Lupoy who's there. You got Colton Nickey from Penn State who's going to go for a head coaching job. I'm sure of it.
I swear to God, if we hire another Penn State defensive coordinator, I'm going to be pissed.
Well, he's the OC. He's the OC.
I don't fucking care. Do not want another.
Well, hold on a minute. I don't know if you want to touch that after watching Drew Aller last weekend, or Drew Aller last 2 years. Hi,
see.
I see come back.
Huh?
She's saying VT come back. That's
There you go.
VT come back, baby.
I thought she said I see a black.
She doesn't. Right. She doesn't know. She doesn't know what those are yet.
Right.
Damn it.
Okay.
All right.
Right there.
We are live.
We are live. We've been live.
Oh, damn it.
We've been canceled about 1,000 times now.
Absolutely. No, but I think Beamer. Look, this is why I think Beamer's a good pick there. I think he can recruit. Obviously, I think he's a decent coach. I just think he's in the ACC at not a traditionally SEC power school. And he could go to a place like Virginia Tech and be very successful. That's my opinion. But I get what you're saying too on getting these kind of legacy guys to come back and be the coach or whatever. I get it, and not wanting to do that.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's crazy. I do want to say so. Really quick on the side note, and this will be the last thing on BT. For me personally, if it were me, I'd go Mike Vick. I get the lack of coaching experience, but I think it'd be a thing where I would give him like free reign the first year at least, or the first 2 years, because again, he doesn't have that experience. But guess what? The money he brings into the program, the NIL support you'd have from the boosters, the recruiting that you'd have, the amount of recruits you'd get, you would stop losing kids in Virginia to other big schools, because who wouldn't want to play for Michael Vick? Like, that would be the whole thing. And I think eventually you would be able to stack up so much talent with Michael Vick there, the NIL you could use for the portal.
It's almost our version of Prime, except
yes,
the school he played for.
Do you think if kids like if they have a family pit bull, they don't let him come to their house?
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Just make sure you guys don't have any bulldogs on the schedule.
Anyways, James Franklin loses yet another big game. Let's go to old big game James.
Yeah, we'll let Lucas get on this in a minute.
Oh my God.
I'm going to just say this. I said it before the season began when everybody's like, Penn State's returning all this talent. Penn State should be the number one team in the nation. Penn State going to the Natty. Penn State should be Natty favorites. As long as Big Game James is there, as long as Drew Aller is their quarterback, they will never, ever, ever sniff a national championship.
Somebody's gonna clip the hell out of that.
They will never win a national championship. They will never win a big game. And again, I might do it. I told people.
Thank God we don't have Mississippi State or Georgia on our future schedule for the next decade.
I told people this before the season started. I said, you might as well chalk up Oregon as a loss, and you sure as hell might as well chalk up Ohio State as well. Well, Drew Eller's really good. They got receivers this year. They got a defense. It doesn't matter. Oh, they're playing Oregon in a whiteout. They're now, 13-10 in whiteout games? And it's like you're below 500 against top 5 teams, top 10 teams at home in a whiteout. It doesn't matter. It's the most
Isn't it like he's lost now 15 consecutive games against top?
The whiteout, and I'm going to say this again, the whiteout is the most overrated atmosphere in college football because it doesn't attribute to winning. And maybe loud.
Thank God it takes away from VT's Sandman because that's far more high profile.
It might be loud. It might be intimidating. It might look pretty on TV, but it doesn't help you win shit. So yeah, that's my rant. Penn State, you might as well check again. They're bucket. Indiana's top 10. They're losing to Indiana. Book it.
Stop it.
They will be 9-3,
bro,
and they will be out of the playoff this year. Clip that, save that. That's going to happen this year. Go ahead.
Okay, so I want to be fair. That first of all, it was a class. It was a great game, good game. Drew Aller had moments in that game where he looked the part. Right, he looked like he was going to be a first round pick at points in that game. And then there were other points in the game, like the first throw of overtime number 2, where I was like, "Who is this guy?" He's the trash can that I interviewed, a couple seasons ago. Classic interview, by the way.
Taking shots at a guy that you've spoken to personally. Damn.
Right. Yeah. But the thing is, James Franklin. Unfortunately, he has to win one of these games, or this is just going to be the stigma. And I thought this would be the week, right? He was at home. He had all the experience, as Ryan alluded to. All these things were in his favor. But at the end of the day, he and his quarterback are just not built for this sort of thing. At least that's what it looks like. Now, that said, they could completely flip this thing on its head. They could go beat Ohio State. They could meet Oregon again in the Big Ten championship and redeem this loss. Do I think that's going to happen? No, but I'm saying it's possible. And then
the fact that you don't have any faith to be able to fully back that up shows shows the issue.
And
there,
all you need to know is that there is no faith in me thinking that those things are going to happen.
All right, Connor, if you have anything to say it, because I got a whole lot.
I think that if anything, that this could have actually been a Penn State win if the refs had not incorrectly overturned that fumble.
Correctly.
No, you could see grass. You could see daylight underneath his knee before that. I don't think his knee was down when I don't remember his name, fumbled. I think that I'm not sure if it's more that Oregon took their foot off the gas that allowed the comeback, at least a tie, or if Penn State just finally figured it out. I don't know. It's just tough to kind of get a gauge on Penn State. I don't think they're as good as they definitely weren't second. I don't think they were ever deserving of their number 2 ranking ever to begin the season. And I think that James Franklin's probably, if he doesn't make the playoff, he's looking at one more year before he gets canned.
Really quick.
Appreciate it, Matt. Jeez.
Blunts watching from
Juarez.
Mexico. What's up, man? Appreciate it.
Yeah. Damn.
Thanks
So,
for
I mean, this guy actually is right. Just like Brian Kelly, they can't win the games. Can't win the big games. Good. That's actually kind of a good.
Well, this isn't even James. You know what's crazy is Brian Kelly's at least had wins against top 10 teams. Franklin can't. Outside of the one he did get was such a fluke. Blocked field goal to beat Ohio State. Such a fluke. Like, I get frustrated because like this season, all the hype around him, right? And it's like, and the excuse was, well, if he's ever going to do it, it'd be this year with this team, with this quarterback, with this roster. And it's like, did you guys really expect anything less? The fact that Penn State fans were chanting "Fire Franklin" on national TV. Luckily, it didn't get out of hand like it should have been because Oregon, I feel like, took their foot off the gas. Oregon realistically should have blew them out. He's lucky that I feel like if they go 9-3, he should be fired. That's my personal opinion because Penn State's not improving. They're just plateauing. They're the same team year in and year out. They go 10-2. They lose their hardest 2 games of the year, and then they lose.
They're basically like the Texas A&M of the Big Ten. We just know exactly how their season's always going to go.
Penn State in 2. There you go.
Hold on, before we get to Lucas here, you can't keep calling games like the block field goal game a fluke. Like it would be, he's in those games, right? You're in the game with an opportunity to block the field goal to win the game. So, if it was, he's not like getting blown out of these games, right? Even the game in the Big Ten championship last year, he went down big a couple of times in that game. They fought and got right back in the game. If they get one more stop, that game is different. It could be different, right? This game at home, they made it was double overtime. Now, granted, Drew Aller is his quarterback, and James Franklin is James Franklin, and James Franklin will James Franklin if you give him time, and he did. But I'm just saying that they're in these games. Like, it's not like Ohio State wipes the floor with these guys year in and year out. They don't. They barely beat them. The Michigan losses, if the ball bounces a couple different ways. Now, granted, Michigan may have ran away from them a couple times, but heck, he's beaten Michigan too. He's beaten Michigan down before. So I'm just saying that James Franklin, he is who he is, but he is also right there. All they need is, a couple key plays, and these games go a different way.
But my question, Phil, would be how if you're a Penn State fan, if you're the Penn State AD, how long are you just going to be okay with just being competitive in these games and never?
No, that's fair. And if he gets fired, he would deserve to be fired. I'm not taking that. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve that, especially if their goals are loftier than what they have reached, and I'm sure they are. But by the way, those goals are as lofty as they are because he turned the program around. Now they're just like, okay, now kick the door open.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Lucas.
Yeah, there's a lot of points to get to. I think the biggest thing, like if talking about Penn State, I mean, at some point, and we don't like to blame the players, but at some point we have to. And James Franklin gets them into good situations. Obviously, Oregon is a very good team. I think they're the best team in football. I think they have a much better offense than Ohio State does. I think they have a defense that can stay right there with them as well. So you got to take that into consideration a little bit into this. Is you can't just say like it's not like Oregon is Oregon State, right? And they went to double overtime. Like Oregon is probably the best team, if not the second best team in football. I mean, we can agree. So it's at some point you have to look at the players and what they're doing and be like, okay, this isn't James Franklin. Dan Lanning says it all the time. I didn't play a single snap of this football game. So James Franklin didn't play a single snap of that football game, and they lost. So, like, I don't know. I think we should take a little bit of heat off of James Franklin. I know it sucks to lose these games, but part of it, too, is recruiting. Like, I'm defending James Franklin, and then I'm coming at James Franklin because there's no reason why a guy named Brandon Finney, who is one of our starting corners, he didn't allow a single catch in this football game, one of the best corners, in my opinion, in the country as a true freshman, is coming from Pennsylvania over to Oregon. There is no reason why that should ever happen.
The top two players in Pennsylvania in this class, both 5 stars, by the way, are going to South Bend, Indiana.
There's no reason why that should ever happen, and he's got to really step it up in the recruiting. Now, this is a really good team, and he put together a really good team, and I think Penn State is a lot better than what Ryan is alluding to right now. If we remember correctly, Notre Dame hardly beat Penn State. Penn State was kicking that ass for a long time in that football game.
We had 7 starters out of that game, and we still won. So
excuses are like assholes. We all have.
Man. Hey, we had the reason.
Ryan, shut up.
So those are kind of my points for Penn State. When we go over to obviously Oregon, I really think that Oregon went into that game playing Penn State football, and that's what we saw in the first half. Was
you were constantly complaining about how conservative the offense was,
even though we went 5 for 7 on 4th down, like it was a very conservative football game. Like we were just I don't know. It was very much like the Texas A&M Auburn game, where Texas A&M had like 300 more yards than Auburn did and won by 6 points. Like it was very, very similar to that game, where Oregon had way more yards than Penn State did, but they played Penn State's football game well.
That's why I realistically think you guys should have blew them out. Like when you guys had them, 17-3 in the 4th? Like I personally felt like you guys took your foot off the gas going up 17-3 and kind of allowed Penn State, because Penn State had no offensive, like their offense was atrocious. I
don't think it was so much letting our foot off the gas. I think it was the players thinking we won. And that's what you get when you have a really young team. You guys got to remember, Oregon is one of the youngest teams in the Big Ten.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we got a ton of true freshmen playing football. And so I think when you have a really young team, they start to think, okay, we're up 14 points late in the 4th quarter. We're going to win this football game. And I think that was a lot of it. And then when Penn State, who is a older team, probably the oldest team in the Big Ten, started coming back, it became real. And I want to point something out very specifically to Ryan, because I remember at the beginning of the season when somebody started talking shit about a certain safety from Purdue, and that certain safety may or may not have won this football game for the Oregon Ducks. So I just want to point that out. I just want to point that out for the fans that are watching. That sometimes, Ryan's not always right.
Hey,
as much as you guys want to believe he is, he's not always right.
Hey, Christian Gray also caught a game-winning pick six against Rowler, and he's dog doo-doo. So I mean,
this dude made a play on that too. Like it wasn't just that was an athletic.
White boy can jump.
With regards to Ryan, we can say, we got all five of us here for once.
Let's go.
Hey. So what we can say about Ryan is that a broken clock is right twice a day. So he's right every.
Hey, I don't know what you're talking about.
He's right for about every 10th take he has.
I'm tied for first in the pick'ems. Excuse you.
Cool.
So
anyway,
but no, I want to finish this up. Kind of my point on this game. I think the freshmen that Oregon have are special. Obviously, DeCorey Moore led the team in receiving yards with 89 yards. He made some crazy plays against who was supposed to be a first-round pick at corner. I think he's special. Davidson is special. De'Aaron Hill is special. I think this Oregon team is, if they win a national championship this year, it's just getting started. Truthfully, it's just getting started. And I think Dan Lanning is remarkable, and I am so happy for Oregon to win this game. James Franklin, I am so sad for you. Penn State fans, I am so sad for you because it just doesn't stop. It just doesn't stop. And I'm sorry.
Not an elite program.
James Franklin is just Mario Cristobal in a white hat. I'm telling you right now, that's all he is. And Mario Cristobal, he's able to win some games at Miami, but he's look at last year. They lost 3 of their last 5 games. Miami's going to do the same thing. James Franklin is just Mario Cristobal, bro. I'm telling you.
Miami's going to go 13-0, win the ACC. When Notre Dame's going to have a loss by 3 to the number 1.
Miami's losing this week.
No.
So, real quick, at some point, it also does have to kind of fall on Franklin because the reason why is we lose Lucas. I think he just only wanted to talk about the game, and that's why he's gone. So, meanwhile, Josh is going to die because he's driving while on the phone.
I'm driving. What?
I said you're driving and you're on the phone. So
yeah, I know.
So Brent Pry got fired from. So Lucas was talking about, obviously Franklin is not the one playing the game. At some point, you gotta sometimes blame the players. He's putting them in a position in these close games. But Brent Pry got fired from VT because of not just not being the best at recruiting, but also because he couldn't win those close games. He had a 1-12 record in 1-score games in just 3 years. Think back to how many close games we've seen of Penn State losing 1-score games over the years. That if they win those, they're maybe winning the Big Ten or being in the Big Ten championship or advancing in the playoff or whatever. So at some point, him not being able to get those games, that does fall on him, right?
Right.
And I commend him for coming back down. What was it? 17-0, 17-3 or something?
17-3.
17-3. So I commend them for coming back, but at the same time, you got to come through in a spot like that at home, especially.
Funny.
Oh god.
Hi, Tennessee.
Okay, so I'm about to lose you guys. I'm about to go into a dead zone. So
My name.
just wanted to pop in and say hi, and that's it.
Well, are you going to be able to join us whenever you're home, or are you going to be home soon?
Dad.
When I get home, I'll see about it. But I'm still 25 minutes away from home. So
I was at a. We might still be talking. We'll see. We literally have a bunch of other banners to talk about.
All right, let's.
All right, love you, brother.
All right. We'll see y'all. I'll see you guys in about 25-ish minutes if y'all are still on, okay?
Cool. Cool. Okay.
All
so
right.
Georgia. No, we have.
Yeah, Georgia. Yeah, there you go.
What is Kirby Smart against Alabama now? With like 3-8 or something?
No, he's like 1 and something. He's only beat. I think he's beat Alabama once.
And that was for the championship, right?
Yep.
Hey, at least he won at the one time it actually truly mattered.
Yeah. I don't have much to say about this game. I didn't get to really watch this one. I know I did see the play where I can't remember the Georgia receiver's name.
He dropped the ball.
Gunnar Stockton threw
an easy touchdown.
Gunnar Stockton threw an absolute beautiful pass. And I don't know what it is about Georgia receivers and dropping passes, but I'll be honest. If I was Kirby, I would have told that guy that he is getting his scholarship taken away immediately, because that's egregious. That drop was that lost them the game. So, but I also heard Ryan Williams had a lot of drops in that game too. So.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't. I was kind of half paying attention to this because I think this was an afternoon game, so I wasn't fully paying attention to this game at times. But yeah, it's just like it was just a good game. Ty Simpson came through with some clutch throws, I'll say, to get to win Alabama the game, or at least give them, put them in position to win. So
I also think this game, I don't know what the SEC is this year. I don't know what it looks like, and it's crazy to say, but Texas A&M and Ole Miss arguably might be the best two teams in the conference, and that's crazy to say from just the last few years. But Phil, what were your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't know if it's crazy to say that. I mean, I think that, both of those schools have really been stacking some talent. Texas A&M has been knocking on this door. Ole Miss, to be fair, has been knocking on this door. It's just Lane Kiffin was kind of James Franklin in it, right? But
don't you ever disrespect sweet baby Kiffin.
Sweet baby Kiffin. But I will
we're going to talk about that in just a moment. So
yeah. Kirby Smart does have an Alabama problem, in the same way that Ryan Day has a Michigan problem. It's similar, but to Simpson's credit, he played a great game. I thought he came up big for them. Alabama might have a lot to say about how the SEC plays out. I mean, they will have a lot to say about it. That's just a fact. And heck, they're in the same boat as Penn State, in my opinion. It's not over yet.
Mm-hmm. For me with Alabama, I don't know what to make of the Florida State loss yet, because Florida State, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Yeah. Like the Florida State loss to UVA, it makes me question everything. Like, how good really is Florida State? How good really is Alabama? How good really is Georgia? Like, I feel like there's a lot of questions that we still don't know.
Virginia.
Like, how good's Virginia?
I really wish that I could put this on the screen, but I will tell you right now that I called this game. I called it on Tuesday night that Virginia was going to beat Florida State. I just had a feeling Florida State was only 6.5-point favorites in that game.
Oh my God.
I had a feeling that it was going to happen, and obviously it did. I think Chandler Morris is a great quarterback and absolutely balled out in that game. I wouldn't take too much from Florida State for that loss, truthfully, because I think Virginia is a really good team. I really do. I don't know who they even lost to, but I think they're a good team.
NC State. They lost to NC State, who Virginia Tech beat. So it's like that's what I mean. Like, I don't know. It makes you think, because I thought Florida State 100% easily a top 5 team for most of the season, and then they lose to Virginia. And then I look, Virginia lost to NC State. NC State lost to Virginia Tech, but Florida State beat Bama. Bama beats Georgia. Like,
it's the circle of suck that we're
like, it's like I don't know who. It's like I don't know what you are yet. But all right, let's go ahead and get to this one.
You want to know something crazy real quick? I just saw this. So you remember you all remember Kyron Lacey, the wide receiver, right?
Oh yeah, you just saw that?
Yeah, that he actually was not involved at all in the crash.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy, bro. Crazy.
I just saw that. That's nuts that he was not involved at all.
Insane, man.
He was like way behind the crash and just driving around it. That's crazy.
Rest in peace to K2, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ole Miss, I reveled in this one. I loved every second of watching it. Bayou Bryant strikes again, losing another good game. Man, all I have to say about this game is LSU's offense is dog shit. They have struggled to score more than 20 points a game. And let's just say this Ole Miss team is the same team that gave up 36 to Arkansas just a few weeks ago. That defense is not that good. LSU's offense is putrid. Defense is elite. Offense is putrid. So, Brian Kelly goes from having an elite offense to now having a terrible offense but a great defense. How the turntables have turned.
I think it's very clear that Dante Moore is going to be the first quarterback drafted. We agree? Because before it was Garrett Nussmeier, and everybody was like, Garrett Nussmeier is going to be the first one.
Diego Pavia?
The 5'10" wonder?
Stop it right now.
The 5'10" wonder? Diego Pavia?
Stop it right now.
Hey, the Cleveland Browns got a really good 5'10" quarterback starting for him this week. Just saying.
Bro, I also stop it.
He's gonna ball out.
I hope he does. I honestly hope he does.
He will. And I'm not gonna sit here and mouth the words and not speak them. As a quarterback. Anyways, I mean, Garrett Nussmeier has been atrocious. I mean, what? Like he is Drew Aller in purple and gold. Like, I mean, like it is so weird what has happened. Like why? I hate that we do this as a community, as a football fans and community, where we see a guy who has never really been all that great, and then, but because he has kind of the intangibles, we're like, he's going to be super, super good. He's going to be this, and that. And then they go into the season and they're like, oh, I'm so amazed that he's not that good. Well, we just saw him not that good. We've been known this. We knew this shit. Like, why do we do this as college football fans? I don't get it.
The excuse for the Clemson and the Florida games was, well, he's hurt. And then it was heading into the Ole Miss game, well, he's healthy now, so he should look good. And then after the Ole Miss game, it's, well, I think his shoulder's still bothering him. So it's one of those things where, like, how many quarterbacks have been hyped up this year? Aller was hyped up. Cade Klubnik was hyped up. Nussmeier was hyped up. Who else am I missing?
I mean, look at and Trevor Lawrence. I mean, he was super hyped up, and then he started playing really poorly. And then when he stopped thinking about the entire, the media, he started playing well again. I mean, that's what happens every single time.
But I don't know, like Dante Moore very easily could be the first quarterback off the board. Who's the quarterback? Chambliss.
Let's pray he stays.
Chambliss,
he's going to stay, right?
He's out of there.
Chambliss for Ole Miss, by the way. Absolute stud.
And what's crazy is that Austin Simmons is an absolute dog. He is a dog, and they got 2 of those guys on their team.
I don't know what you do when Austin Simmons comes back from injury. Like
Chambers has to start. Has to.
I think you do got to do that. But
he got Austin Simmons got Tyrod Taylored.
Yeah.
So any final thoughts on this game? Any thoughts on any concern for LSU going forward? Because they still got a brutal schedule ahead.
I cannot defend Brian Kelly today. It's that was bad, and Nussmeier is also bad. Nussmeier's a guy that preseason Heisman, along with Cade Klubnik, and doesn't look like it's going that way for either one of those guys. It's not going that way for either one of those guys.
And Arch.
Arch. I forgot about Arch. Dante Moore is the best quarterback in college football right now. Him and Fernando, best quarterbacks. Best quarterbacks in college football right now. I want the Raiders to lose every game and get Dante Moore.
You know, it's crazy, and this is total side note, but I'm playing college football the other day, and I get through a season, and an Oklahoma quarterback wins the Heisman Trophy. You want to guess who his name was?
Bryce Underwood.
Yo, so look, I'm playing. Here's something even crazier. I'm playing college football, and the coaching hires, the coaching swaps go down, and you want to know who ended up being the Oklahoma head coach?
Ryan Day.
No.
Dan Lanning.
No, Lincoln Riley.
What?
Oklahoma.
Right. That was great. Good stuff.
Oh, man. All right. Final topic. UVA runs all over the field against Florida State. Literally,
we saw a man get trampled to death. Thankfully, he was okay. But
Squirrel White got absolutely fucking ran over.
And the defender who intercepted the pass too.
You know what's ironic is somebody, I don't remember who it was, but one of the media pundits said this was the most beautiful field storming we've ever seen in college football.
Ridiculous.
I don't know where you get that from, but
I don't know what qualifies as beautiful in that context either.
Yeah.
Like how is something like that qualified?
Also, this I'm a fan of field storming. Let me say that. I want to get that out the way. That said, this thing is getting dangerous. In Virginia, I don't know if you guys saw, but the people were pouring over, like where they came from in that end of the field. Like they're right on top of those guys in seconds. Bro, that dude didn't even complete the interception before they're like on the field. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Tennessee.
I think you needed the mic. But
that's good.
I do think that it's dangerous. I still don't think it's one of those things where like you should get fined for field storming. Although the schools are happily okay with paying it. Yeah. I do think the unique thing was that Virginia's field is set up in a way where they have that all grass area.
And there's no barriers, so they just run.
There's no barrier.
It's not like it's not like Missouri where they have the same hill, but there's at least a wall to jump down.
Yeah, so it's like you have free access to the field, and I think that was the problem. I just don't understand from a human. All of us have been to a football game. I've stormed the field before. I don't know if you guys have, but I feel like
if us going on the field after that Oregon game counts, then that does count.
But like I, for me personally, I don't care how excited I am. I would never just be so excited where I would just trample somebody, right? And that's where like I get you're so excited, but you.
Well, it's not even that. Like you might not be able to see where the guy lands, and you're like 5 rows back, and you can't see anything, and you just follow. It's just mom mentality. You're just following the crowd, right? So you don't see anything until you literally trip over him, right?
But it's like they didn't just trample Florida State; they trampled their own players too, which is like, what are we doing? Now, I do want to get to the game itself. Florida State's defense is atrocious. It's terrible. Virginia's defense also terrible.
It's also Thomas Castellanos continues to show that when push comes to shove, he can't even complete a basic fucking pass.
Hey, he completed that 4th and goal.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like he's one of those players that you see him fail to do and complete a simple ass like crossing route or something, or like an out route sometimes, and then you see him just make that throw where he's running to against his arm side and throws on the run a fucking dot, right? He's the quarterback that can make the amazing throws but can't make the basic simple throws at times. Like if he completes more than 15 passes in a game, you're like, holy shit, that's a good passing day for him. Like that's who he is, unfortunately. I think UVA's defense is questionable, but Florida State, I think they were anointed too quickly because I feel like they were too high ranked coming off the season.
After beating Alabama.
Well, yeah, and I mean, sure they beat Alabama, but like
they weren't ranked to begin the year. They jumped.
I know, but like they were what, 8th? I think they were too high. I think they were being pushed way too high to try and hype up this week's game. You know what I mean? It was one of those basic things where like, oh, they're trying to have it a high rank, so that's like a top, hoping that they win, and some other teams in the top 5 lose, like what happened. They're like, oh my God, we have number 2 Miami versus number 5 Florida State, right? And then it backfires.
So is this game more to do with the fact that Virginia is a sneaky ACC contender, or is it more to do with Florida State not being as good as we thought?
I think it's a combo of both, because coming into this year, Tony Elliott was just as much on the hot seat as Brent Pry, it seemed. And it seemed like, if anything, either one of those two was going to be fired if they had bad seasons. Now, I think that Elliott's done a better job with the guys he's brought in. Chandler Morris has had some bad throws and had some bad picks, but was still a baller, making some tough, good throws, and taking advantage of what Florida State was giving him at times. But I think it's a mix of both. I don't think Virginia is as good as they are usually. It's, Virginia is usually a bottom feeder kind of team. And, obviously that's kind of ironic coming from a VT fan, but the irony is that even UVA fans now would say that if it came down to it and VT was like 5-6 and needed to beat UVA, even a ranked UVA team, they would do that and go to a bowl game, because that's usually what always happens. So,
I don't think that UVA is necessarily that great, but I also don't think that Florida State was a fake either. I think UVA did a good job of what I noticed is they did a good job of spreading Florida State out, and taking advantage of taking advantage that way.
They're also going to get pressure on Castellanos and hurrying
absolutely, and that's something that Florida State's going to have to work out. The protections for Castellanos, but I think they did expose a weakness of Florida State for sure. If you spread them out, you can run the football. That's a problem for them. Something that Alabama couldn't necessarily do for most of that game, because if you let them play the way they want to play, they're a pretty good football team. They're very athletic, and they're going to make plays. You saw them make those DBs were making plays when they had the opportunity, right? But it's just over and over again. You got to stick to that, and Virginia was consistent in doing that. So I think Florida State is a real team. I also think Virginia is a good team. They're a real team. Whether or not they're challenging for the ACC, I don't necessarily believe that. They may finish, top 5, but that's how I feel about it.
All right. Let's go ahead now and get into the pick'ems real quick. Here's the updated pick'em standings. Man, Phil, you fell from grace.
Yeah, I've taken some chances. Taking some chances out here.
You go from, just in the last few weeks, you go from first all the way to the back of the pack. Meanwhile, me and Josh are still tied at the top, same as we were last week. Lucas has kind of made a jump from last place all the way into third. Connor kind of had an average week during the pick'ems this week. So, let's go ahead and get into it. First game of the week, West Virginia at number 23 BYU. BYU is a 20.5-point favorite at home. Lucas.
Lucas goes first.
I have to go first, huh?
Yep. Oh. And then we lost him for a second. While we wait for Lucas.
You switched up the order of the games.
I did?
Yeah, because we had Duke. Wait, am I?
I don't think so.
Are we in week 5?
Yeah, no, we're week 6.
Week 6.
Fudge! I didn't do the picks. What do we got? All right, first game.
All right. West Virginia.
I'm gonna take.
Go straight vibes. That's what I do.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to. I'm going BYU by all the points.
That's the way I put it.
All right, I'll go next. I'm taking the Cougars in this one. Give me BYU. Bill?
Yeah, I'm also taking BYU in this one.
All right.
BYU. Yeah, probably.
Right. Slim is taking BYU. Clemson at North Carolina. I don't know why it says 20.5. Clemson is 14-point favorites on the road.
I'm gonna say Clemson in this. I think they not necessarily get back on track. Hey, I don't think they necessarily get back on track, but I'm gonna take Clemson.
I'm gonna take Clemson as well. However, with how bad that offense is, I would take UNC in the points. This game is between two of the worst offenses in college football, so we might get a 7.
No. You know what's going to happen because you just said that? It's going to be like 45-42 barn burner of a game.
Dude, the over-under for this game is like 42.5.
Calling it. One or both teams will clear that for some reason. I guarantee it because you just said that.
Yeah, I'm taking Clemson.
Yeah, I'm taking Clemson. I don't trust North Carolina at all, especially after getting destroyed by UCF like that.
Yeah. Slim says he's taking the points. Clemson will win, but not that much. I agree. Kansas State at Baylor. Kansas State finally got back in the win column last week. Baylor's a 5.5-point favorite at home.
I am taking the number 1 passing offense in college football, the Baylor Bears.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Fighting Sawyer Robertson's Sick'em Bears.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Kansas State.
Oh.
He's got to
get it done.
Chances. He's got to take some chances. So do I, obviously, but unfortunately, I got the Fighting Kendall Wrights. Not the obvious RG3s, the Kendall Wrights. Give me Baylor.
All right.
Hey, shouts Kendall Wright.
Washington, the Puppies go on the road to Maryland, who is September Maryland undefeated.
This game is tough.
It's now October, so October Maryland is different than September Maryland.
That's very true. That's very, very, very true.
Lucas?
Shit, man. This is a tough game. My gut says Washington. I'm gonna take the Huskies.
Yeah,
I don't want to because I think Maryland's a really, really good team, but my gut just says the Huskies.
Yeah. So here's my thing. Maryland hasn't played anybody. Their best win is against Wisconsin, who I think is arguably one of the bottom 3 teams in the Big Ten this year. I just don't think they've played anybody, and they struggled a little bit against NIU. For that reason, I'm going to take the Huskies in this one to win big.
Yeah, this is one of those tough games. I like Malik Washington. They're at home. Give me the Terrapins.
Ooh.
Phil and I have the same thought. I think Malik Washington is a playmaker. He's probably been the best freshman quarterback in the country. I saw something that I think he is like the first freshman quarterback to have like more than 10 passing touchdowns and less than 3 interceptions since like 2016. He's been really good. He's got some swagger and stuff. He's brought like a swagger back to Maryland. They also have had some good playmakers on defense. I think it's going to be a good game. Non-September Maryland's bit me quite a few times, but I think in Malik we trust. Go Maryland.
Connor saying swagger is crazy.
Oh, that game is 52.5 for Maryland was Washington. Ooh, okay.
True bar right there.
Syracuse at SMU. Syracuse is coming off getting absolutely drugged at home last week. I can't remember who did it, but
Duke. 30.
Duke.
38.
Yeah. Missing Stephen Jelly is clear as day. So go ahead, Lucas.
That 17.5 point line is crazy. I don't I don't think SMU is very good, but Syracuse is terrible without Angeli. I got it. Vegas knows something that I don't. I'm going to SMU.
Yeah, I'm taking Stangs by all the points.
Yeah, when you see a line that big against two teams like this, they know what's up. From Vegas, clearly.
I'm taking Syracuse. I'm sorry. SMU.
Now would you take Cuse to cover?
Yeah, I think they do cover 17.5 from SMU. That is crazy.
Yeah, I'll take SMU as well.
All right. Michigan State, poor little bro Nim at Nebraska. Do they join their big bro Michigan and getting a win over baby Mahomes?
Man, this is going to be a great game. This is going to be a really fun game to watch. I think Michigan State has taken a lot of jumps over this last year. Man, I think I'm going to go with the better defense. I think Nebraska wins this.
Yeah, I want to go Michigan State here. That minus 12.5, I think, is too high for Nebraska. But I'm going to go with the better defense here. Give me the Cornhuskers.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Cornhuskers here too. I think Michigan State will be lucky to win 6 games with the rest of their schedule. Give me the Cornhuskers.
Hey, that's improvement for poor little Ronan. That's a big. That's 3 more wins than they had last year. So
yeah, I'll take baby Mahomes and the Cornhuskers.
All right.
The elite program of UNLV
at Wyoming.
UNLV
UNLV's only a 3.5 point favorite.
Timu Mahomes. That's a way to describe him.
I do think it's ironic how far UNLV has come from just the week 1 where they almost lost to Idaho State at home. And now
weren't they our team of the year one year when they were really bad?
No, they weren't our team of the year, but they were. They've been given absolute belt to everybody since then. Go ahead, Lucas.
I'm gonna take the Group of 5 CFP bid UNLV. Look at that boy, all dapper.
Gosh, you just like come back from an interview.
Look at that boy, looking all dapper.
No, I told you all I was dabbling in politics. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say.
Oh,
I was gonna say that. I was about to say. It looks like you just came back from a.
It looks like you just gave a speech at a fundraiser.
Right.
It looks like you just
trying to run for your first position, which is like Board of Education member or something.
I would not be Board of Education.
Josh
looks
just got back from an interview from TPUSA.
I did.
All right.
I did talk to some TPUSA people.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, you definitely were at turning point. This is a turning point outfit right here.
Change my mind. He sat down at Kentucky. Changed my mind. We should fire.
Why is UNLV going to beat Wyoming by 2 touchdowns?
Right.
Locked up in the. Excuse me, sir. I'd be a prosecutor. But thanks.
Oh man! All right. Real quick. So let's get these for Josh. West Virginia, BYU.
BYU.
Clemson at North Carolina.
Clemson.
Kansas State, Baylor.
Baylor.
Washington at Maryland.
Maryland.
Syracuse at SMU.
No way SMU is a 17.5-point favorite. Yeah,
They
give me
are.
SMU.
All right.
No way.
Michigan State at Nebraska.
Nebraska.
All right. And you said you taking UNLV in this one?
Give me UNLV.
Yeah.
All right. Lucas, you taking UNLV?
Yes, sir.
I'm taking the running Rebels. Phil?
Yeah, I'm thinking that elite program at UNLV.
Program. Yeah.
The elite program.
The elite
Connor,
program.
you want to take the Fighting Brett Smiths?
Who, me?
The Fighting Brett Smiths, yeah.
No, I'm taking UNLV.
Brett Smith from my high school has every passing record at Wyoming.
Wow.
Wait, you don't want the Fighting Josh Allens? That's crazy.
Josh Allen was not good in college. Which is crazy.
Colorado at TCU. TCU is a 12.5-point favorite.
Damn it.
Yeah, I gotta take TCU here. Little bounce back game for the boys.
Yeah, TCU blew like a 17-point lead to Arizona State last weekend. They realistically should have won that game. I'm going to take the Horny Frogs in this one.
Yeah, it cost me my lead and everything in our playoff. Ridiculous. But give me TCU.
Yeah, I'll take TCU.
Give me the Horny Frogs.
Slim says TCU as well.
How long do they give Dion?
As long as it takes. Next question.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, without his 2 kids, I'm calling Travis Hunter his kid. Without his 2 kids, I guess 3 kids because he had Shiloh too.
Yeah, nobody remembers the crappy.
He's the redheaded stepchild that punched the guy in preseason.
Shiloh got more from his mom than.
All right. The Fighting Jalen Daniels in Kansas go on the road to the Bounce House to play the UCF Knights.
Call that the Bounce
I don't
House?
think I don't.
They do.
Yeah, it is.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
I don't think UCF's very good. I do think Kansas is a good team. I'm going Kansas.
Yeah, Rock Chalk Jayhawk, baby. Give me the Jayhawks.
Oof, I hate picking Kansas, but give me Kansas.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Kansas too.
After that display that they had last week, I'm actually going to take UCF, even though Kansas has been my darling. They destroyed North Carolina. It was either last week or the week before, probably 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I think UCF will continue it.
Shiloh is the Meg Griffin of the Sanders.
Shiloh's over here like, I got
I have a third son?
Yeah, shut up, Shiloh.
Shut up, Shiloh.
All right, Duke at Cal. The battle of Darian Mensah versus JKS.
Cal got mollywopped last week.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take Duke in this game.
Who did Cal play last week?
Fucking, I don't know, some school from Europe or something.
Damn
I
it.
don't know.
They Cal beat Boston College.
Okay, the week before they got mollywopped.
they didn't get mollywopped. Or yeah, they got mollywopped by Minnesota. That's who it was.
Okay.
By Minnesota. Yeah, I'm taking Duke.
Minnesota's beating Ohio State this week, so
All right, give me the Blue Devils in this one, Josh.
Oh God. I'll take Duke.
give me Cal.
Oh,
Give me Cal as well. Their
Slim's
freshman quarterback has been
back.
Their freshman quarterback has been the second best freshman quarterback in all of college football. Through a game when
you're talking
so disrespectful to CJ Carr.
Yeah, like what?
He's not a fucking. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
he is.
He's a freshman.
He's
He's
not
a
a true
red.
freshman.
He said true freshman.
Well, you didn't say true freshman.
He
You
did
said
say true freshman. He did say true freshman.
He
I
said
said true freshman. So
all right. So okay. All right.
give me the Golden Bears.
All right. Number 24, Virginia at undefeated Louisville. Louisville's a 4.5-point favorite at home.
Say it wrong.
Oh.
This one's tough, man.
Dude, this is really tough. I think the Birds are a good team.
Isaac Brown is probable for this game.
All I'm going to say is if you transfer from USC, you're going to be good. I'm taking Louisville and Miller Moss.
So here's the thing. This game is hard because I think Virginia, at least offensively, is very good. The problem is their defense is fucking ass cheeks. Louisville, on the other hand, to me, is one of the most fraudulent, undefeated teams in the country. They should have lost to JMU a few weeks ago, if we all remember that game. That was horrendous. I'm gonna go the Birds with teeth, only because the factor that it's college football and college football is gonna college football. Virginia just got a big upset at home last week. It's an emotional win. They got to go on the road to, I'm going to call it Papa John Stadium, and play the.
Because Ryan's racist.
Yeah.
That's why Phil and I are on the bottom.
That is why. I was wondering why I was top row this week. Maybe it's my
crazy.
All right, we're going to fix this right now. There you go. Actually,
there we go.
Oh, damn it. All right. Anyway, I think that this is one of those games where Louisville gets that big home win. And, they get that big ranked win and they go shit the bed the next week. So give me the Birds of Teeth. Josh.
I'm taking Louisville in this one. This is going to be a rock fight.
I'm going to take Louisville too. I think being at home is going to help them. Give me Louisville.
Gonna make it a clean sweep, Connor?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a classic letdown game after an emotional win like that at home. I think Virginia will show they're not actually as good as they are.
And then, yay, Louisville will be ranked next week.
Finally.
All right, number 22, Illinois at Purdue. Illinois is only a 9.5-point favorite on the road.
Yeah, that's absurd. I think Illinois is going to dog walk these boys.
For my schedule, I want Purdue to win this game.
Not for your schedule, but for your narrative.
For my narrative, I don't think it's going to happen. If Jeff Brom was the head coach, I'd take Purdue, but because he's not there, give me the Fighting Illini.
Yeah, I'm taking Illinois.
Illinois, and they cover.
I mean, Cadillac Williams, right?
Mm.
Did he go to Illinois? I always forget.
You thinking of Juice Williams?
Juice Williams.
Juice Williams. Cadillac Williams went to Auburn.
Oh, right. Yeah. I apologize. Fighting Juice Williams is
one name.
All right, number 3, Miami at number 18, Florida State. Florida State's a 4.5-point favorite at home.
Florida State is a favorite?
Yep.
Wild.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Crazy.
No way.
How much money can I put on this game? I'm about to buy a house. Can I put the house money on this?
Wait, I thought you already had a house.
Yeah, didn't you just buy a house?
I'm
about to buy another one with more
Talking
acreage.
about real money moves, gentlemen.
More acreage, a bigger house. bigger house,
And
better
you just
shop.
finished that shed that you're in.
I'm gonna build another one.
Go build another shit.
With the money he wins from this, he's gonna have somebody else build it.
I guess so. I mean,
buy a bunch of single-family households and then rent them out to the poor.
Bro, Miami is 4.5-point favorites.
Oh, never mind.
I was favorite.
Look
I was
at
wrong.
Ryan about trying to
Oh
say
my
he
God,
did this on
Ryan,
purpose.
Ryan
He did that on
set me up.
purpose.
Trying to set the money lines, trying to win some money against us right now.
No, I actually,
Oh,
I
shit.
think it was a typo. But
It's outrage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with that being said, Miami is going to win this game. Yeah, I mean, nothing more to say. Miami's going to win.
I'm taking the Hurricanes, the best team in the country.
They're not.
These narratives are nasty.
Someone screenshot that quick.
Oh, I missed it. Good thing we're on YouTube.
Good thing we're streaming. The internet never forgets. I'll take the U. Not happy about it.
I am going to take Florida State. Think they get this win.
Ooh. Connor?
Teams always mess. Yeah, they do.
You got to think about this.
Today,
Give me the U. Give me the U.
Yeah. All right. Number 14, Iowa State at Cincinnati. Cincinnati's a 1-point favorite at home.
Ain't no.
Fact check this.
Yeah.
Fact check it. Go
At
ahead.
this point,
Go
I
ahead.
don't believe anything you say. So
All of these lines are wrong.
Every single one's just backwards.
SMU was never 17.5-point favorites.
That's
over
where I was so
Syracuse.
surprised. I was like, no.
Told me.
Are you actually check?
All right.
Can't see that. It's too
Nah.
small.
There you go.
Iowa State.
Crazy.
Iowa State's a good team, man. Iowa State's a good team. They're gonna pull through. I got the Cyclones.
See, this is my upset pick of the week. Give me the Cincinnati Bearcats at home in an upset. I don't think Iowa State's that good. Their best win is against Iowa, who just figured out how to score more than 30 points for the first time in school history last week. And their second best win is against Kansas State, who lost to Army. So I don't think they're really tested at all.
And Army lost to Tarleton State.
Yes.
Yeah.
So give me the Bearcats.
There is real.
The fighting Scott Satterfields to get it done.
Oh my God! Do not. Dude,
The fighting Desmond Ritters. You remember that guy, right?
Yeah, I do.
Ryan,
how can I forget?
Your disrespect of the Cyhawk rivalry is insane. Okay.
Okay.
So let's take. I'm gonna take Iowa State because Cincinnati sucks.
Good.
I'm actually with Ryan on this one. Give me the Fighting Sauce Gardeners to get this upset. Or actually, it's not an upset to cover this.
There we go, Phil. Give me that virtual.
Other side.
There you
go.
There you go. Yeah.
You know, on my screen, it's this side. You're right there.
It's like,
That was lame.
all right. Anyway. All right, Connor.
Give me the Cyclones.
All right. Number 11, Texas Tech at Houston. Texas Tech's 11.5-point favorite on the road.
Is Texas Tech's backup starting quarterback still injured? He left the game against.
The backup's better than him anyway.
No, he ain't.
He left the game against Utah.
I don't know. I think he is.
Morton is a dog, man. But Texas Tech is going to win this conference. I'm taking them by all the points in this one.
So,
They're going to win the SEC?
Yeah, they're going to win the SEC and the Big 10 and the Big 12 and the ACC and the G5. They're going to win the G5 conference.
Oh, Texas Tech. My bad. It's not Texas A&M.
All right. This is my second upset pick of the week. Give me the Houston Cougars and the Fighting Connor Wegmans at home. And I don't think it's a rivalry game, but this crowd's going to be sold out. It's going to be a packed, loud crowd. I still am not fully sold on Texas Tech, and their defense is still. While it's improved, I still don't know how much better it is. So give me the Cougars in this one.
You're absurd. You are absurd for making this pick.
I agree.
Ryan is wrong about a lot of things.
Yeah, he is.
I'm tied for first. I am tied for first with you, sir.
Not for long when you make picks like this.
Yes. Up top, Josh. Up top. Or down
we
below,
got it.
whatever.
That was still really fucking lame.
Connor's
over here like
you picked Houston, Josh?
Yeah, we both picked
All right.
Houston.
Give me Texas Tech. They've put a down payment on the playoffs. Their entry is guaranteed. Beating. They paid for it. They're gonna wait. They're gonna beat Houston.
Hey, for the record, Texas A&M's win the SEC too. So I'm gonna say that right now.
That's just gonna that would be hilarious. That would piss off so many Texas fans if Texas A&M and Texas Tech won their division conferences.
Right, hey, bro, that would be
Dude,
hilarious.
Texas fans would be livid.
If Texas didn't make the playoff and both of those teams made the playoff.
True.
And then Texas State is gonna be the G5 bid.
Or Baylor.
Or Houston. No, it's Houston's the Big 12.
Connor, who you got?
Yeah, give me the Fighting Graham Harrells. Give me Tech.
That's a name. All right.
That's a poll.
Number 9, Texas at Florida. Is this the game where Billy Napier gets fired?
Well, you have the worst third down offense in the SEC. Actually, both of the worst third down offenses in the SEC in this game.
Are you sure it's not Auburn? Because Auburn literally could not get a third down to save their lives last week.
Connor, I'm serious.
Damn.
Yeah.
Even after last week.
Both of these teams are like sub 20% on third down.
Yeah, they're both terrible offenses.
My upset of the week.
Seriously?
I'm taking the Gators.
No,
I'm taking the Gators. I think Texas has an atrocious offense. I think Florida puts something together and they win 3-0.
You missed the point where Florida's already given up.
I think Florida in the swamp, they're gonna bring the heat. I think they're gonna take down Texas.
Just like they did South Florida.
Texas is gonna win this game by 3 touchdowns.
So this is what's hard for me, right? Because
can they score a touchdown?
This is the thing where I feel like this is a game that Florida could totally win, and this would just save Billy's job for at least till the end of the season. The crazy thing is how much I want to take Florida. I think Texas is overrated as hell. I don't think Texas is all that good anyway. I think Arch is overrated. I think both offenses suck. I think this is going to be a horrendous football game to watch. However, I think Texas wins by like a late game field goal to sneak out of Gainesville.
No way. DJ Lagway is only going to throw 3 interceptions this game.
Lagway's going to throw 35.
They're going to win. He's not going to throw 4. They're going to win.
So give me the Orange.
4, then they lose. 3, they can win.
Yep.
Give me Tejas to lead and cover in the swamp.
Yeah. Phil?
Texas by 3 touchdowns.
Connor?
Give me he's regretting to have ever gone to Texas, but I guess Arch Manning's the best they got, Texas.
Real quick, for all of us that did take Texas, if Texas wins this game, is Billy Napier fired afterwards?
No.
Phil, you think so?
I don't know if they fire him in after this game. I don't.
Not after this game. They'll fire him after the Kentucky game.
Oh, okay.
He loses to Kentucky. Definitely fire him.
He has a losing record against Kentucky.
I know. I'm just this year. It just feels bad, but they're also bad. So yeah.
All right, Mississippi State, who should be undefeated right now, if they didn't shit the bucket late against Tennessee at Kyle Field, Texas A&M's a 16.5-point favorite at home.
Too many points.
A&M. SEC champions Texas A&M are going to win this game.
8-4. 8-4. 8-4.
Yeah. I'm not gonna do the gay male cheerleader dance that they do, but I am gonna do the Gig 'em Aggies.
What, the midnight yell?
The midnight yell. What is it?
I don't know what that is.
You got him to do it.
The yell night or whatever it's called. Yell night.
It's the midnight yell. But yeah, give me the Texas A&M Aggies in this one.
Yeah, I'm taking Texas A&M. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm out of my bad.
No, you're fine. I gotta take Texas A&M too.
Yeah, give me A&M.
That's right, Slam. It's corny as hell.
Wake Forest at Virginia Tech.
How was VT a 6-point favorite?
I have no idea. Wake Forest, though, they got screwed last week. They should have took down Georgia Tech. Their refs literally and figuratively took the game away from Wake Forest.
By not calling the offsides.
Yeah. Wake Forest, by the way, is pulling out alternate helmets for this game and alternate unis
for a road game.
Oh, the alts.
For the road game.
Yes. I'm taking Wake Forest. Shout out Robbie Ashford, former Duck.
Yeah, I am also going to go with the Demon Deacons in this one on the road.
Yeah, give me Wake to win this one.
Bill?
Virginia Tech.
Oh,
all right, Hokies.
Connor?
Is the problem gone, Connor?
Huh?
Is the problem gone now? Can VT
Sorry,
win?
no, I've just been doing this. Just been kind of just like tapping my head, waiting. I'm actually gonna go with the majority, but because I took VT the first 3 weeks and they lost every game, and I've picked against VT the last 2 weeks and they've won. So I'm just going to continue the reverse psychology and take Wake, knowing that it'll cost me a point, but that my team might actually win. But now that I think I've said that out loud, it might actually counteract it. So it might backfire, but I'll take Wake, hoping it backfire, hoping that that weird streak continues. But Philip Montgomery pulled something off that Brent probably couldn't do. He won a 1-possession, 1-score game last week. Finally.
Fantastic.
All right. So. Kentucky, Josh's team, goes on the road to number 12, Georgia, after a loss. Georgia's a 20.5-point favorite at home. Playing Kirby Smart after a loss is almost as bad as playing Nick Saban after a loss.
I was going to say.
Josh goes last since Lucas is not here. I'm sorry, Josh, but Georgia's bringing out the whipping stick for this one. It's going to be bad between the hedges. So give me the Bulldogs.
Who you got, Lucas?
Oh, you're muted.
You're muted.
Pretty sure you're fight. Go Dogs.
Hey, go Fighting Michael Vicks.
Yo. Georgia winning big.
Yeah.
I think it'll be just like last week. We'll be watching this game, and the entire time that we're watching with Josh, he'll be wondering how much longer until Mark Stoops gets fired. Just questioning, hoping that the next score will mean that he will be fired. And that'll be what's going to happen this week. So give me Georgia. They're going to take out all the frustration over not beating Alabama and Kentucky and Kentucky's going to get blown out again after getting blown out by South Carolina last week. Yeah. Mr. Joshua.
I'll tell you who's going to win.
Looking like a youth pastor out here.
Go ahead, Josh.
Win this game. A little bit of soul into it. Georgia.
Georgia.
Hold it through. It's going to be the dogs. It's going to be ugly. They're going to put 50 on Wildcats. And I could only hope and pray that Mark Stoops gets fired after this, but he won't be.
Question: do they score? I think at some point it's going to be, does Georgia score 50 before you score 20? I think is going to be the bigger question.
They'll Georgia score 50 before we score 10.
Damn.
It's not
going to watch.
It's not going to be.
Kentucky out of nowhere is going to take like a 14-0 lead like 7 minutes into this game because Georgia throws a pick or something or fumbles.
And I'm sure.
And Josh is like, what?
And then don't worry, Georgia's going to outscore Kentucky 50-0 for the rest of the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Boise State, the former Fighting Ashton Gentees, go on the road to number 21 Notre Dame. Notre Dame's a 21-point favorite at home.
Boise State, the Fighting Grant Hedricks. Yeah, you don't know who that is.
No, I do not.
But he was a quarterback back in the day for Boise State. His dad was my coach in high school. Yeah, they're not going to win this game, though. Notre Dame.
Bill?
Notre Dame.
I'm taking the Irish.
What was the side, Fuller?
Because I have to pick them. Notre Dame.
I thought about picking Boise in this one. I really did.
All right, everybody's picking Irish.
Notre Dame by 21. Actually, we're going to drop 56 points again for the third straight week in a row.
And you're going to lose 57 to 56.
Points? That's nuts.
Huh? 56? We've dropped 56 2 weeks in a row.
You're going to let Boise State score 30 points? It's crazy.
Probably.
Now we're talking football. No, I'm just...
All right. Wisconsin and the Fighting, well, not for very much longer, but the Fighting Luke Fickles at number 20 Michigan. Michigan's a 17.5-point favorite at home. That's low.
The Fighting Minnesota Vikings. I'm taking Michigan in this one. Bryce Underwood over under 100 yards rushing. I'm taking the over.
Yeah, I am taking Michigan. I think the spread's too low. Michigan's going to win like 42-10.
Give me Michigan.
Michigan's going to score 42 points?
That's how bad Wisconsin is.
They're not that bad.
No,
they held on to the football.
They hold on to the football.
They do. They literally try to keep away from the other team.
Can they get a first down against Michigan's defense is the question. Josh, you took Michigan. Connor?
I took Michigan.
Yeah, I saw Wisconsin couldn't get out of their own fucking way against Maryland 2 weeks ago. And I think Wisconsin, at this point, Luke Fickles just as, if not more likely to get fired before Mark Stoops.
Do we have a score update for Delaware WKU?
I can look it up real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, give me the Fighting Charles Woodsons. Give me Michigan.
All right. Speaking of this game, I can't remember who all we took.
I took Delaware.
I took Delaware.
Hold
on.
Joe Flacco all the way.
So actually, so by the way, this is part of why I've tied for the pick.
Hold on. I am so sorry. Did I cut Phil off from picking his?
Yeah. Well, you guys know who I was picking.
I'm so sorry.
No, you didn't. It's all good.
No, he's taking Wisconsin. That's
typical TPUSA, just cutting in front of the black guy.
Exactly right.
I'm so sorry.
Right. Are we including gang violence?
Damn, crazy.
Oh man,
that's that puts that hurts. Yeah.
No, Josh, no.
Anyways,
damn it.
I am.
Boy.
I am part of the reason where I'm tied right now is because I'm 3-0 when picking Delaware, and you guys didn't want to take Delaware.
Hey, we got.
Hey, I took
Delaware.
Anyway,
Delaware is down by 3 with the ball, 4th and 2 at Western Kentucky's 23-yard line. They're down by a field goal with 3:23 left.
Mm.
It's 27-24. Looks like they're about to tie the game up. So we got a good game.
Didn't you say they're down by? Oh, they're down by 3. All right.
They're down by 3. Yep. All right. The $1 ticket game. We got some action. Miami, Ohio, at Notre Dame's father, NIU.
Thank you for at least admitting that part.
I like that. I like that about you, right? You're coming along.
We've never beaten NIU. We're 0-1 all time against NIU.
That's true.
I'm gonna take.
I'm
taking DeQuan Finn.
Went for it on 4th and 1 and didn't get it.
Wow.
Oh, bummer. I'm taking DeQuan Finn in Miami, Ohio.
Whatever.
Who we got? I'm taking Miami, Ohio.
I'm taking NIU in this one.
All right, give me the wrong Miami.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Miami of Ohio here.
I was wondering why the plane tickets were so cheap.
They got the first down.
Oh, wait, they did? I'm literally following on ESPN Gamecast. Okay.
Wait.
It's showing that Western Kentucky.
Gamecast lies sometimes.
That's true.
Maybe
I've literally like screenshot some of the stupidest things I've seen where like baseball they've had like the wrong person stealing bases, like those. It's like Cedric Mullins, or it's like Gunnar Henderson has stolen a base and they saw Cedric Mullins, who's a black guy or something.
Right, let's get to this.
I did not pick this.
Oh, go ahead.
Give me Notre Dame's father. Give me NIU.
Damn it. All right.
You're the one who started that.
Number 16, Vanderbilt in the Fighting Diego Pavias. Believe it or not, he just came out with his own clothing line, and it's called the Pavia Mafia. So
that's decent, actually. I like it.
The Pavia Mafia goes to number 10 Alabama.
I don't like it either.
Alabama's
I prefer let it naysayer know.
Yeah.
Yo. Right.
All right. Lucas, who are you taking in this one?
Bama by all the points. I think Ty Simpson is right up there with Dante Moore in the Heisman race. Bama's gonna win.
What?
So
look at some stats, brother.
So here's my thing.
I did not mean brother in that way.
And I'm gonna
Whoa!
I'm gonna repeat this.
I'm gonna have to get a haircut like Josh's if I'm gonna
I'll
start
take
talking.
Theo Vaughn's stepson all day.
Theo Vaughn.
Oh, that is crazy.
Anyway, real quick, I'm gonna keep saying this until Vanderbilt loses. Diego Pavia told us at SEC Media Days he came back to Vanderbilt to win an SEC championship, and not only that, but to win a national championship. He is undefeated all time against schools from the state of Alabama. 5-0 in his college career. Make it 6-0. Vanderbilt takes Bama down in Bryant-Denny Stadium. Give me Diego Pavia. Let's ride.
That's crazy.
Someone clip that, please.
So crazy.
Dude, we've had so many
crazy
today that we've had to do for this stream.
So crazy that I'm also going to take
Yes.
Vanderbilt to upset Alabama in T-Town, baby. Anchor down. Let's do it again. This is the redemption ride for
They're
Bobby.
building some. Hey, me and Josh realized they're building something special in Vanderbilt right now.
There is nothing special in Nashville, Tennessee.
So far this year, Alabama so far this year is 0-1 against quarterbacks who are not afraid of them.
Connor will appreciate that. There is nothing special in Nashville, Tennessee.
Slim said amen to the pastor.
Amen to the pastor.
I would.
You do look like an evangelist right now.
You do look like a tough evangelist.
We can spread.
A little bit.
Yeah, give me.
I'm selling pictures of heaven.
Only $9.99 to get your ticket into heaven.
You don't even need to pay. We'll send you the book for free. Just ask for a small donation.
We'll send you the first month for free. The second month will be double the first month's price.
We got a clip. Dude, there's so many clips.
You got to bless to be blessed, ladies and gentlemen.
We need to do that. We need to have.
I'm gonna clip this shit.
You need to clip it, and we need to have that on our shorts. That'll help bring people in. You know how.
All right.
Okay.
Phil, who are you taking?
Yeah, I'm taking Alabama.
Connor, please take Vanderbilt.
No, I'll take Bama, but I'll be happy to lose that point if Vandy does win.
Bro, me and Josh. This is why me and Josh are at the top of the pick'ems right now. Right? Like this explains a lot. By the way, if Diego Pavia does this again, I'm getting a Pavia.
They're building a statue of him in Nashville.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We're beating Alabama twice.
They'll hang a banner for it, Josh.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Connor.
Okay, cool. We finally, for the first time in a long time, we had all 5 of us together. It feels like it's literally been like this.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. It's been 420 years.
4 score.
4 score is 20 years.
4 years. 4 years. Anyway, so I think we had a lot of success. Ryan was talking about we had a lot of people watching us talking about the games last week. We might do that again. Any one of you guys willing to do that this week? I might be willing to do it. Just kind of chilling, streaming for.
Dude, I streamed for 10 and a half hours that day.
I'd be happy to do that again.
Insane.
Yeah.
This time I won't be.
I'll check in. I gotta be. So I got some stuff I gotta do tomorrow. But after that, I can pop on.
He's gonna be at an HBCU. Telling them why they're
so for Ryan, for Phil, for Lucas, for Josh, I am Connor. This is the Week So Podcast.